Hello, everybody. First of all, thank you for your time and consideration, and I will begin. So, last semester, in the beginning of semester, it was completely new to me. I was assigned to choose my thesis topic, and it was quite challenging endeavor. Why? Because it required me to be open-minded person and to accept your shortdoings or that you were wrong or your thesis topic is completely irrelevant. And yeah, the process was pretty much I started to read certain articles, I started to kind of I talked with a couple professors who had different opinions on the issue. Then my advisor mentioned to me that she thinks that the topic is pretty narrow and there is not a lot of sources for my lit review in order to succeed with the topic. And then eventually we change it and broaden the topic to the bigger one, which was better in terms of availability of sources. And quite challenging was to accept that the topic is too narrow. And it required communication with the advisor, communication with different professors, reading articles, and understanding that even those articles do not address my topic uh, directly. They were articles something about something else, which were directed but not directly. And then, yeah, it required a lot of open mindedness in order to change the topic. And eventually I succeeded. I chose a topic, and now so far I'm doing quite good with my thesis. Um, so for the second question, I will say I will emphasize three main points. The first one will be obviously ability of my company, if it will be technologically advanced, to kind of provide digitalization and automation for the client, because it's obviously a trend in the modern world. We try to do everything, all our processes, we try to simplify them in a sense. The information is pretty simplified. Social media, all of that work in the sense that they go straight to the point. And yeah, that will be the first one. The second one will be I will offer them different the extra ways to construct or to structure the supply chain. Because sometimes supply chains they can be risky because crises happen, the war unfortunately happens, and then you can never be sure that certain operation or certain processes will go on, or you cannot be sure that continuity will be maintained. And then I will say that, well, we can provide the alternative paths. If something will occur, we will just substitute the old path with a new one. And the third thing that I will that I will focus on um, will be the cybersecurity, because obviously in the modern world we have all digitalized softwares, as you do in Telesoftas, what you provide. But the main thing about it, it should be safe. It should be safe for client. It should be safe for the employees. It should be safe for the managers, for all parties that are involved in the business. And this will be the third thing that I will emphasize on. So the third question, I would say, first of all, I have a rule. When I'm doing something, I do not distract myself with social media, with my interactions with my friends. I just try to focus myself as far as I can, because I I noticed it in myself. As soon as I am not distracting myself, my focus kind of narrows down eventually, and it get into the point where I can switch between the task. I can really concentrate on I can be in the moment because my focus is undisturbed. And then of course I have a to-do list. And the basic thing about the to-do list, all of us has those lists, but the second necessary precondition in order to be successful with to-do list is you should have the rule that no matter what happened during your day, the crisis, emotional disturbances, war, whatever, you should maintain your routine, you should maintain the processes or the goals you accomplish every day. And that's the main thing with different deadlines and different time during those deadlines, multitasking. It's just planning everything, but planning is the first step. The second step is maintaining that plan through the day and trying to accomplish it, and then do your leisure task or whatever. So for the fourth question, first of all, what interests me personally, uh, I was I did the practicum in technological sphere. It was not softwares or digitalized solutions like you offer in Telesoftas, but they sell the freezer, which was pretty technological thing, and you need to have great product knowledge about it in order to sell it. And of course, it's pretty unique because one amount of those freezers they can cost for 400 Ks, but it's quite challenging because you will basically maintain one client for 2-3 years in order to go from the lead to the prospect and to the client, which I didn't go through, but I went quite like half of the process because I did data mining and some other stuff. But yeah, I think that's why it's interesting for me, because I was doing it before, and also my experience as a salesman in a fitness club. uh, I think part of it, I didn't sell a product, I was selling a service. And that's part of what you are doing in Telesoftas. You are selling the service to digitalize, to optimize. Basically, those words entail increasing effectiveness, And I was I would say, quite successful, because you should, in one or two laconic sentences, kind of pursue the client that here is how the effectiveness will be increased. Here is how we will do it. An ability to do it in a precise and concise manner, especially the wording, it's really vital, the wording of your sentences, will be the main factor of your success or failure. So yeah, the fourth one, well, I had kind of really unique situation while I was working in US as a server, and we didn't have a manager because he was fired, so we didn't have a manager for a whole shift, and the team was like kind of 10 people: the bartender, 2 cooks, 3 server assistants, I like as a server, and 2 more servers, I think it was. Yes, and I stepped out because I was quite familiar with all the processes that were there already. One thing I did, I put one of the server assistants to the kitchen, who was able to communicate in Spanish, because cooks in the kitchen were only the Spanish speaker. So by doing that, we kind of maintained that communication between the kitchen and the front office of the restaurant. So yeah, that's one thing that I did. I kind of, in some operations during that shift, I kind of lead the way, because the main thing about it, I was confident in what I was doing, and also I really possessed the knowledge to do it. That's where my confidence came from. So yeah, and we eventually succeeded. We closed our shift pretty effectively. So I think that's all. Thank you very much for your attention.